Thank you, Colin. Love and marriage, they go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. So sang Frank Sinatra back in 1966, when the original 1955 lyric was still just about accepted as a fact. It's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, and they will say it's elementary, it went on. But no longer. In the years since then, we've witnessed the inexorable rise of social dysfunction, addiction, mental health, abortion, crime, single motherhood, cohabitation, and relational breakdown, and loneliness, you name it. Why? Well, the answer lies in yesterday's Daily Mail front page news. A minority of babies born to married couples, it said, for the first time since 1845. And it marked more than a statistic. It showed how far, as a society, we've turned our backs on the most basic of social contracts, the one that bonds society and secures the safety of future generations. It matters. Marriage is the basis of social order. It determines responsibility, identity, and belonging. And who that matters most for is children. The evidence is there for anyone to see. Children born to married couples do better on every score, on all life chances, from work success to mental health. And that's regardless of the economic background of the parents. But with the marriage rate also at its lowest ever, 50% down since the 70s, the majority of children are penalised. For it's only the very rich who can afford to marry these days. Only the rich who can take the social decision that advantages them and their children. If this government was really committed to levelling up, they'd reverse their 20 years plus anti-marriage, pro-single public policy and forget the farce of more expensive and futile state intervention that will only benefit the bureaucrats and those set on destroying the family. It's not just the church that's lost the moral plot and no longer teaches why marriage was ordained for the procreation of children. Both political parties have long since been rewarding hyper-individualism, inherently self-centred cohabitation and unmarried state dependency, paid for by the ever fewer, unfairly taxed married families. The result is today's cohabiting and fragmented society. No uncles, no aunts, no grandparents to rely on, where signing a mobile phone contract is more important than signing the marriage one. Most young adults still want to marry, but no one is teaching them that this is the real marker of maturity. No one rewards them for it. Today, taking that step is still the most important and now the most courageous and truly conservative levelling up thing you can do. It's the most important decision I ever took, and I'm eternally grateful it's one my late husband insisted on. We're the only bulwark left against the state and the only surety for future generations.